It's time to get started with setting up your first fitness design sprint. To do this, make sure you have the stuff to follow along. I'm going to give you this entire thing and you just follow through it step by step. We have all of the templates and prompts and everything you need right here so you can design your first fitness design sprint and you don't have to struggle through rolling the dice with diets and exercise programs anymore. So let's just get started. When you access the link at fitnessdesignlab.com or down in the description, you'll come here. All you need to do is open up Fitness Design Lab Home. You'll have your first fitness design sprint. This is just for setting up the first fitness design, which there's more to go through than subsequent design sprints that you'll set up. And then the third is open this. And what we're going to go through in this video is just cover the setup checklist that you'll need, and I'll kind of explain what the tools are that you're going to use and why you need to use them. So when you come here, the first thing you're going to want to do is get an LLM of your choice. So that's just something like ChatGPT. I recommend either ChatGPT or Google Gemini. They both have really good voice interactions with them, and they have a long context window, so you can build up a long set of behaviors or talk to them about a bunch of different things, and they'll remember what you say for a long time. You can put a book in these things, and they'll be able to tell you details about the book. So one of the things that we'll be using extensively is AI in this, and you need to go sign up for an account. They both have free versions. I think the Google Gemini free version gives you a little bit more latitude than ChatGPT, but either of these work great. So install your preferred LLM app, and then you want to go into the LLM app and use the voice feature. So to show you what that is, you can just look here, and I'll show you how this looks like on ChatGPT. So you literally just want to come in and you talk to it like this. It will remember everything you say. And this is the tool that we're going to use. It'll just store everything in a list for you, and this is going to be incredibly useful for you as you design your first fitness design sprint. And as you'll see, it just captures everything you say right here. Then you can send it and it will store it. The prompt, I give you prompts to use in this, so you will upload prompts and it will know how to interact with you based off the instructions I've given to the AI. It's super simple, and we will cover this in some later sections. So next, you're going to need a Notion account. I probably should have put that first because you couldn't have this open if you didn't have a Notion account. But this is an app called Notion. It's just a super simple, easy to use tracker or document writing app. You can do a lot of things with Notion, but we will be setting up tables and creating documents and importing and exporting stuff into it. So go to notion.so and you will be able to download Notion. When you get this My Notion database that I have here, you're going to want to download it and duplicate it into your Notion database after you download and install your Notion app. I'll give you instructions on how to do that when you go to fitnessdesignlab.com. In the email, I'll explain how you set this stuff up. The next thing you're going to want to get is a Google account. We're going to use a couple of different Google tools. These are all free. And the one that you need to learn how to use here is Google Sheets. If you're not familiar with Google Sheets, it's literally just a spreadsheet like you've used with Microsoft Excel before, but it's much easier to share information with Google Sheets, and they're really integrating a lot of great AI stuff in there. So make sure you get a Google account. I would then open up a Google Drive account and make sure you know how to use Google Sheets. If you're unfamiliar with what these are, just go to YouTube and type in how to open a Google Drive account, how to use Google Sheets, and it will walk you through it. Going through it in that detail is a little bit beyond the scope of this video. Next, you're going to need a daily reminder or alarm system. Throughout your design sprint, there's different things you need to be able to remember to do throughout the day, and it's really nice just to have an alarm system set up for you to remember to do these things. I use my Apple Watch or my iPhone. You can also use calendar notifications or any other notification system that you can think of. You just need to be able to have something that reminds you to take a note at a certain time or to make a certain observation at a certain time. So find something to set an alarm. You all have smartphones and they all have this capability. The next thing is an organized workspace or folder. I am going to give you all of these things here, and this is just for setting up the first fitness design sprint. I will update these as things change, and you will also get the subsequent ones that show you how to manage subsequent design sprints. But it's nice to have an organized folder or workspace, which you'll get with Notion, but you might want to set up a separate one just to take notes with or to write down your own thoughts. I do recommend doing this in Notion because it's where I share this, but if you want to use Google Drive, that's fine as well. So by the time this is said and done, you need to have your LLM installed and making sure you know how to work to it and speak to it. You need to have a Notion account created. You need to have the Fitness Design Lab template loaded, which is just this, which I will give you instructions for in the download. You need to have Google Sheets access. And there's one more that I actually need to add in here is you need to download a Google Calendar. So let me just add that in here right now. So you're going to need to get a Google Calendar because I have a calendar that has all of the things you need to do at the right dates and times, assuming you're using a 2-week observation sprint. So you need to also log the reminders, which we will go through in, I believe, step 7-ish. And you need to have your workspace folder created. Again, I'll give you instructions on how to do that. But that is all for the setup checklist for your first fitness design sprint. I'll see you in the next video when we talk a little bit more about the observation phase. See you there.